Hello friend, how are you? Today I am going to talk about a very important issue, and the issue is related to Manipur violence. Why this violence is occurring in the Manipur, I am going to discuss this topic in detailed manner. One again, that is very important, that why these violence are reported lately in the mainstream media or the national media. I am also going to have a detailed analysis of this core issue, that why Indian media report late about Manipur issue, and not only Manipur, about whole northeastern India issue. First of all, let me give you the basics knowledge that in the northeast India, whenever anybody says or whenever any written report is there in the media that northeastern India, then the northeast India consists of 8 states and Manipur is one of them. Of course, these 8 states are full of diversity. This diversity exists in the realm of nature, also in the realm of culture, languages also. What I mean to say that, there are the diversity related to the nature in the northeast. The flora and the fauna that exists there is about no comparison in any part of the India bearing Nilgiri or Western Ghat or Eastern Ghat. But the flora and fauna is very diverse there. Same condition happen with the language, with the culture. Even only a few hundred people can speak a language that is different from the other people. It means one village can have a different language compared to the other village. That is the level of diversity in the northeast. And you will agree with me that this particular point is the reason due to which there is this certain set of violence that is reported from that area. And again, let me give you the knowledge that it is not like that the northeastern India is only known for the violence, but the Indian media used to report on that particular issue when something violent happened over there, and that violence is not of the small level, but when the larger scale violence is there, demonstration is there, or some such movement is there, then only the Indian media used to report that thing. Now why it happens? The reason behind this is in the northeastern area, only few people they used to speak Hindi or they used to understand the English, and the Indian media used to present the content, or the national media used to present the content in the Hindi or in the English language. So they think that who will see our content in the northeastern India if we will make the content based on those reasons. So it is a understanding of a product and a customer. If nobody is there to buy the product, why for the company will manufacture the product? So this particular concept applies to this thought process. Again, let me give you the information, and why for I am giving you the information, because my own PhD, I have done my PhD based on the topic of Northeast. So while researching, I have gained various knowledge about those area and about how the media is working for all this area. Most of the news channel, they used to keep the journalists in the Calcutta, and the journalists sitting in the Calcutta, they used to cover the whole northeastern area. And if some channel or some newspaper, they used to take the northeast so serious, then they used to deploy their their journalist or their representative in the Assam, and from the Assam onwards they used to cover the whole area. No any channel, no any newspaper, so-called national, they used to deploy the reporter or their permanent worker in each and every state in the northeast. So that is the condition of the Indian media, how they used to take the northeast in such a non-serious manner. So this is the truth about the Indian media, and that's the reason that whenever such incident, whenever any sort of incident like violent incident or any of the incident happens in the Northeast in any of the states, then they used to be reported in the national channel after 8 hour, after 12 hour, or maybe in the days also. So this is the level of sensitivity of the mainstream media. They used to take Northeast in a very casual manner, in a very easy manner. So this was one of the reason, and the other reason which is very important is that even these people also, they used to not take the mainstream media in a serious manner. Why for? Because they used to not get the content made on their other area, means culture is also there, religion is also there, social happening is also there, but they used to see the content in the mainstream media only reported on the violence. So these people are also not serious about the mainstream media, so even they are also not very eager to report their incident to the mainstream media, because they know that they are not going to give us a space or the time, a space related to the newspaper and the time related to the news channel. So these people also used to not take the mainstream media serious, and that's why they used to not send so much content, so much reporting, so much information to the mainstream media related to any of the happening or related to any of the incident in the Northeast. So this is also the reason why the people not used to get the content made on the Northeast media. And believe me, whenever you will go for searching or researching the content on the Northeast media, Northeast area, then you will get the very low level of the content. Very scarcity of the content is there on the all platform. Even the books are also very less available on those area. So now coming to this particular incident, that what happened in the Manipur. Of course, this is the second part of the video, and be with me up to the end of this video, and it will help you to know the things. And I have done my PhD, I have already told you, so I have little bit understanding, but not too much. Even I am also dependent from this secondary source for my own information. Even my one of the friend, she is in the Manipur, and even in the night we have a conversation, our long conversation, and in which I asked number of the question to her, and she gives reply to me. Even I talked to him that can we have the Zoom meeting over this issue, but she told that the internet is totally blocked in the area, even no any internet is working, so it is not possible from my side to be online. So anyhow, based on that conversation, based on my secondary analysis and the reading, I am giving you what I have basic information about this violence in the Manipur area. First of all, the violence is between Meitei community and Kuki community. Both community are there, and on the basis of population, the Meitei is the dominant one over in the Manipur. More than 50% population of the Manipur consists of the Meitei community. Okay, this is the first information. The Meitei community use, most of the population of the Meiteis are Vaishnavis. They belongs to the Hindu community. This is the second information. The third information which is important, that the Meitei community used to live in the valley. Valley means their market is there, their main land is there, and there all the all the civil amenities are there in the valley. Okay, now coming to the Kuki community, I am not going to talk about the Naga community, and this particular community is also the part of the Manipur, and sometimes this community is also the part of the violence. Means this community is also very active, very dominant, but this particular incident happened between the Meitei and the Kuki community. Kuki community is not the dominant community of the Manipur. They have the population around 16% in the Manipur. This community used to live on the hilly area where the less civil amenities are there. They used to live in the jungle area. They used to have plantation over there, have agriculture over there, and according to this Meitei community, And one more information that is important, that this Kuki community, their large chunk of population is Christian. Okay. So this is some of the basic understanding. And according to the Meitei community, and they used to take the Kukis, that these Kuki people were not aboriginal people. They used to not live in Manipur since ancient time. This Kuki community is migrated to the Manipur from Burma and from other country like China and somewhere else. And in the sense or in the respect of this Meitei, these are new community, new people who have settled in the Manipur, and now they have got the status of ST community. Now getting the ST community, these Kukis people are availing so much facilities, reservation in the jobs, and due to this particularly community is having great share in all of the facilities, amenities provided by the government compared to their population. Now Meitei used to think that due to this community, our own culture, our own hold over the land and over the hill are losing, because we are the older one, we are the aboriginal community, we are the aboriginal people. We used to leave this place or leave this area, and these people are migrated one. So this is the point of differentiation, point of you can say the point of differentiation between the both of the community. And this particular and like this 2 or 3 point, this point used to turn into the clashes, turn into the violent clashes between both the community. Now the recent violence happened due to the ruling of the High Court over there, that the ST level of status should provided to the Meitei community. It means that the Meitei should also granted the level of ST, and the government is also moving in this direction. Now what happened after this, that the Kuki used to think that if the Meiteis will get the ST community status, then whatever the benefit and the priority we people are getting, now Meitei will share this benefit and the priority, and what will happen, that we will be again we will be neglected one. And the feeling in between these Kuki people are that these Meitei are the majority people, and also majority of the political seat are in the valley region, and that's why they are represented in the government, also represented in the society also, and they are at the edge always. And due to these people, our own rights and our own benefit and other things are hampering. So both the community used to see each other with animosity or with a vision of doubt. So this was the reason, and due to the granting of ST community status to the Meitei, the people of the Kukis were making demonstration here and there. Okay, so what happened, that on this Kuki, according to the alleged thing, what the Kukis are saying, that this Meitei used to took the route of violence to destabilize their demonstration or to stop their cause of the Kuki. So this was the particular reason, recent reason due to which the clash happened between the Meitei and the Kuki. Now this is the one recent, or you can say that the main issue due to which the current violence happened. But it is not like that this was the point, this is the point due to which violence happened. The atmosphere of the violence was way long. One another important thing, that is very important issue was that the Meitei used to label that this Kuki, they used to cultivate the poppy plant in the hilly area, and this poppy plant they used to be a type of narcotic, and they used to supply this poppy narcotics, or you can say that tablets or something made from this narcotic to the youth of the Manipur, and indirectly they are doing harm to the society, not only to the Manipur, but these tablets or these narcotics made of that poppy plant they used to supply in the other part of the country also. So they are, in reality, they are doing harm to the nation also, and the particularly Manipur also. So this is also a thing for which these people were, the Meiteis were leveling a doubt over the cookies. Okay, so this is point, another point. Now moving to the next important point that is equally very important, is that the government, they used to show the notice, or they used to give the notice to the cookies people that they have encroached a government property in the hilly area, and they have made their houses over the government property. Even they have encroached the jungle also. So the cookie used to see this as that the government, which has a large chunk of share of the Meitei community, they are intentionally targeting to the cookie people. It means that the government was intentionally they are targeting. It is not correct that we are encroaching. So cookies used to see this government directive as triggered by the Meitei community, or to get the get the faith and get the votes of the Meiteis, these government people are targeting the cookies. So okay, this is also a point, or as a vision or the angle in this whole issue. Now moving to the other issue that is equally very powerful, and you will agree with me that the Meitei used to say that these cookies, they used to give space and they used to give shelter to the migrants from the Burma. You better note that clashes happen in the Burma, violence happen in the Burma, and from there a large number of people, they used to influx into the Manipur and other area, and the Meitei used to say that these people, they used to give food, shelter to this migrant. And why for they are doing that? They are doing to increase their number and the population, so that in future if such situation comes, then these people can help out to the cookies. Okay, so this is also a valid point why the Meiteis are seeing this cookie as a enemy, or as a people, or as a community who are against this Meitei, or who are against the majority. So this is also an angle. Now the next important angle, which is again in the discourse or in the main course of the media, is the Hindutva angle. The majority people of the Meitei, they used to follow the Hindu religion, Vaishnavism, and this cookies people who are minority in the Manipur, they are the follower of Christianity. So a angle is also given that Hindu versus Christianity means Hindu versus non-Hindu, and so question of Hindutva is also there, or also behind this recent clashes. So there is an also explanation, there is an also discourse related to this viewpoint also. Another, minority versus majority means majority of the Meitei, they want their hold over the various resources, over various power corridor, where various seats of the power, and that's why they are pushing their demand, they are pushing their their diplomacy and their tactic to degrade the status of cookie. So this is also a point, majority versus minority, and the control over the power, resources and identity also the present class is there. And also one and last that is equally important is that the Meitei and the people in the government, they believe that some of the militant which belongs to this cookie community, and the cookie used to support this hidden militant who used to be interested, who used to be involved in the clashes in the Manipur. So also this Meitei used to see these people that they are the responsible community for the clash and for the violence and for the all illegal activity in the Manipur. So basically these were some of the point, and of course my appeal to you people is that the Manipur and the whole northeast India is the part of course this is part of our country, and we people should have should to take interest in this area. It is not like that when such big thing happen then we used to discuss and we used to go and read about this area. These areas are the very interesting, and not each and every part of the time they are involved in the violence. Most of the time they are in the peace. So this is very important, and once again I hope that this particular presentation of course this particular presentation of course covers some of the point, but I also understand that much point are there, much more explanation is there which I am not able to cover, because all of my content, all of our knowledge are based upon the secondary source. So of course if you like this video, give your comment, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Again I will meet with some more interesting topic. Till then, bye bye.